Hello, dear children. Hope you all are fine. So, today we are back again with a new chapter. So, we have been learning poems for a while, right? So, now we will move on to a new chapter. And before that, let me ask you a few questions. Now we know that we are all struck with a pandemic. We are battling with COVID 19, isn't it? And we all are home. So, in the beginning, when we were home, or more precisely during the lockdown days, we engaged ourselves in a lot of activities. I hope you also did a lot of activities, isn't it? So, what were the activities that you did? Yes, drawing, painting, coloring, yes. Okay, sometimes we did some art and craft works. Many of us did bottle art, isn't it? Yes, I also did some bottle art. And yes, many of us planted saplings or took care of our plants. As you can see here, these are the plants that I planted. Okay, so here you can see some of my lockdown activities. So the same way, I know you all must have done some activities. Some of us read books, some of us drew pictures, some of us played our heart out, isn't it? Okay, so after all these days, it's been months since we are home. Now we are bored. Are you bored? Now, do you have as many activities as you had in the beginning of the lockdown period? No. Now, all the activities have become weary, isn't it? We are bored of it. We drew a lot of pictures, we read a lot of things, we planted a lot of trees, we planted a lot of plants, and it's over. Now, we are a little bored. Don't you agree? Yes, we all are a little bored. But it's okay. We can learn a new story which is very interesting, and I hope you will all like it. Okay, so our lesson is titled A Little Round Red House. Did you get it? A Little Round Red House. It is a beautiful title, isn't it? It has this little round red house and it has all these R sounds and it is very musical. Don't you think? Yes, so just like the title of the story is also very much fun. So before that, we will see who wrote this story, Little Round Red House. So it is written by Caroline Sherwin Bailey. As you can see in the picture, she was an American writer of children's literature. And her stories include Boys and Girls of Colonial Days, Bread Strippies, Bright Stars, etc. And she is notable for writing in the magazine titled Children's Hour. Okay, so that is all about our author. Name is Caroline Sherwin Bailey. So now we will move on to our lesson. What is our lesson about? It is about a little round red house. Obviously, we will come to that. Before that, we are introduced to a little boy. Okay, so on a cold, rainy and windy Saturday in October, a little boy was bored. So what he did, what do we do when we are bored? We go to our siblings or we go to our parents and tell them, I am bored. Isn't it? So the same way, our little boy went to his mother who was in the kitchen. She was reading a newspaper. So the boy went there and told his mother that he is bored. He is bored and bored and bored. And what did his mother do? His mother asked him to do some activities. So at first, she asked him to draw pictures. But the boy said that he drew hundreds of them and he is bored with that also. Then his mother suggested another activity. She asked him to read his library books. That also he did. He again said, I'm bored and bored and bored. Then his mother suggested playing with his new toys. Then the little boy said he is bored with playing also. He is bored and bored and bored. So that is the complaint our little boy is raising in the lesson. Okay, so you can read the paragraph now and you can note down the unfamiliar words. Okay, you can use a dictionary or you can refer to the glossary and find the meanings of the unfamiliar words. And if there are still any other unfamiliar words that you couldn't find, please ask me. Okay?
So, I will explain to you some words that might be unfamiliar to you. So, here in the picture, we see a boy. What do you think he is doing? Is he doing anything? No. And he feels tired. Yes. Yes, also very impatient. So he must be feeling bored, isn't it? Yes, nothing else to do, so he must be feeling a little bored. So to be bored means to feel weary or impatient. Okay? So our little boy in this lesson was bored. He did all the activities he could do and he was feeling bored. He was feeling weary and impatient. Now, here is another picture. What do you see here? Yes, a lot of stars in the sky. So usually when we talk about stars, we say that there are millions and millions of stars in the sky. Usually we don't really mean the literal meaning of million. Usually we use millions and millions to say that lots and lots. If we say we wrote millions and millions of paper, then when we just imply that we wrote a lot of it. So million is actually the product of two thousands. So 1000 into 1000 is a million. So our boy was telling that he drew the pictures a million times. He did all the activities that was asked him to do. He did a lot of times, millions of times. So it simply means in our textbook a lot of times. Okay? Here is a picture. What do you think it is? Yes, it is a house. But is it a kind of house that we usually see? No, it is an unusual house. Same way, here you can see a banana. But what is the color of the bananas that we usually see? Yes, it can be yellow or sometimes green. But have you seen a blue banana? No, that too is unusual. So both the house and the banana is strange. They are strange kinds of house and banana. So what is the meaning of strange? Strange means unusual. So here in our lesson, the mother asked the boy to find a little round red house. That is a strange house because it is round in shape and it has no doors and windows. So it is